Hi, welcome to Enter the Bunker, where we launch you into thriving. Each week we talk about a different virtue that can be used as a building brick to build your own personal bunkers. We share personal stories, as well as tips and tricks to help you thrive instead of survive. So sit down, relax, and enter the bunker.
And welcome to Enter the Bunker. This week's building brick is integrity. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we're going to go over the meaning of integrity.
Integrity.
Standing on moral high ground, keeping faith with our ideals and our agreements. So keeping your head held high. No.
Not quite.
No.
No. Sometimes when you're keeping your integrity, it's hard to hold your head high, actually.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, if they're against you in whatever it is you're doing, but you have to keep firm with your integrity of doing what's right, even though others might think it's not right.
Okay.
Then it could be real hard.
Yeah.
Right? But what it is about your ideals and keeping your agreements, right? So do what you say what you do.
Say what you do, yeah.
Right, which I talk about a lot.
Yeah.
And that is integrity. Knowing that when you're dealing with somebody, you know that whatever they say they're going to do, they're going to follow through with it.
Yeah.
Someone who lacks integrity when you're trying to do a business deal, for example, and somebody flip-flops all the time. Like, you come to an arrangement, you're like, okay, we all agree. And then you get down to where you actually start moving forward and suddenly they go, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. And they change it. That's not integrity, right?
Okay.
That's where integrity is needed.
Okay.
So if you don't have integrity, then it really makes it difficult to do business. It makes it difficult to be an employee. It makes it difficult
To trust
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's foundational.
Yeah.
But how much integrity is where it gets questionable, because there's always things that are going to challenge your integrity in terms of what you hold as ideals, like whether you're going to, keep with your agreements under pressure,
Right.
or are you going to back down and just take some other way?
Yeah. Or what is it like if you assess the situation, you don't not do we're going to say a project for this. So a project's due at a certain time, instead of just not doing that, because you wouldn't have integrity if you didn't deliver on that date. But what if you postponed something? Is that still having integrity because you're working with what you got?
If you postpone it?
Yeah. Say you go to somebody, I need 2 more days on this. Life's been crazy. I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row and I need 2 more days on this.
Yeah. So I would say that that's integrity.
Okay.
You're standing by, again, saying what you mean and mean what you say.
Yeah.
If, life happens and things change, then you need to simply communicate it.
Right.
But for a lot of people, that's sometimes a challenge. And that's when integrity comes in, and that's when the building brick matters.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to some quotes. We have 4 quotes here. The first one is by Maxim. Darn, guys. Maxim Legis. Integrity is when you care more for the hard truth than the easy lie. Quote 2. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. C.S. Lewis, author, Chronicles of Narnia. Good movie and book. 3. Courage combined with integrity is the foundation of character. Brian Tracy, motivational speaker and self-development author. That was 3? Oh, yes, and 4. 4, when you are able to maintain your own highest standards of integrity, regardless of what others may do, you are destined for greatness. Napoleon Hill, self-help author, Think and Grow Rich.
Yes. So which one was your favorite?
I'm going to say that one was your favorite.
Well,
am I wrong?
I asked you what was your favorite.
I know, I'll go. Okay. I like that integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching.
Yes.
And that's because that's gonna you may act out integrity to everybody else, but deep down, if you're not gonna do it when you're by yourself, deep down you know you're not not very what's integral?
Integral? Okay.
What's the word?
Integral, folks. Okay.
But yeah, so you got to do it when no one's watching. Remember the quote we had a couple shows ago, actually, where something about doing it in the woods alone.
Yeah.
It's same sort of thing. I'm
It's
kind
the
of
same
like
sort of
drawn
thing.
to that. Like
Yeah.
that's what brings out integrity, really, to me. If you're gonna do it by yourself, that makes you true.
Yeah.
Integral.
And the truth is that even when no one else is around, you're still there.
Yeah.
So no matter where you go,
exactly.
there you are.
Yeah.
And if you do, and even when you do things on your own and nobody's around to see it, you still know for yourself.
Yeah.
And that has an impact on you, right? So it's almost like if you realize that you don't have enough integrity to do something out of integrity when others aren't watching, then you almost get this sense of shame.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm really, I'm a fraud. I'm not really good enough, and all this kind of thing start to go through your head.
Yeah.
And then you start to become like, and then that feeds into a cycle of like, not feeling good about yourself and constantly thinking that you're just not good enough.
Looking down on yourself.
And looking down on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really it's about what you can do. So like C.S. Lewis says, it's like integrity is doing the right thing even when no one else is watching. And you're right. I like the other quote, which was, when you're able to maintain your own high standards of integrity, regardless of what others may do, you are destined for greatness. So it's all about not following the crowd. You have a set standard, you follow it no matter what, and you stay steadfast with integrity, then you can do great things. As soon as you let that, if you don't have that, you're going to end up again, going with the flow and then ending up at the lowest point.
Right.
So, yeah.
So all the quotes I just shared with you all point to two things: doing what is right and allowing that to be the guiding principle of who you are. When you act with integrity, you do not need a comprehensive set of values to follow. It'll be what comes naturally and from within. You will never need to question how it'll be perceived because it'll just be the right thing to do. You will not act differently in front of other groups of people or even when you are on your own. Acting with integrity means you are who you are no matter what. On the other side, people will never be able to question your methods, actions, intentions, or goals. They will always know where you stand. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "The time is always right to do what is right. The best time to do what is right was yesterday. The second best time to do what is right is now."
Excellent. Absolutely.
I seen another quote. It was actually on a fire hall when I was going to pick up some parts at Eddie Group yesterday. It was on the Salmon River Fire Hall, and it said, "Oh, I knew this was going to happen. I couldn't remember." Okay, it's something like along the lines of, "Today is the first day of the rest of your life."
Okay.
And I was like, huh, I never thought about that. Today's like the first day of the rest of your life. Like, who cares what your past was? Make this, like, if you're like feeling down, like, think of that.
Right.
Think of today as like first day of the rest of your life. So what are you going to make the rest of your life?
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. What do you think of all that?
So, yeah, the time is always right to do what's right is absolutely the way to go. And yeah, when it comes to methods and actions, being able to be clear in the integrity of what you represent it makes it easier for everybody to be able to understand where you stand, right?
Right.
And that's sometimes not easy for people because, again, if you stand out and you stand on certain principles that not everybody agrees with, then you're gonna then you may feel that you can't, or you may hold back from actually like really putting out there where your integrity stands.
Yeah.
But when it comes to how you carry yourself, sorry, when it comes to how you carry yourself in terms of business dealings, when it comes to how you treat your friends, right? When it comes to how you are with just everyone, as long as they know when it comes to dealing with you that they can expect you to do certain things and be a certain way, then that's integrity. But when you flip-flop and when you start to like not follow through on the things you say you're going to do and all this kind of stuff, then that's lack of integrity. And it just ends up, you have a much more diminished life when you aren't living with integrity. And it's interesting. It's interesting that even though integrity is so important, you really don't see a lot of it. You know what I mean? Like,
I was about to ask you, do you think you see a lot of integrity in the world or not so much?
no, some people who have integrity, they tend to stand out quite significantly compared to other people.
Right.
And people appreciate that. They know that, they always know, like, oh, Joe's always going to be this way, and he's going to, when you talk to Joe, he's going to tell you how it is, and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So.
Just thinking about life, thinking about integrity. Oh gosh. So like, if you're in like an argument, like try to stay cool and calm and don't freak out, and because people aren't expecting that. I don't know. This is just things are going through my head. Anyway, stay tuned for part 2 on how to practice, because I think I'm going to need a little bit of that myself.
We'll figure that out together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. See you guys there.
We'll see you in the practice.
Thank you for listening to Enter the Bunker. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, where you can share your story and also look at behind the scenes of how we make our podcast. You can watch the video version of this podcast on YouTube by simply searching Enter the Bunker. Tune in next time as we launch into thriving.